Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
In this bulletin, new book to protect children in court. Vaccine registration low. And AMA looks at export expansion.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Ateda Lendua.
Children who are victims of sexual abuse and other crimes, who have witnessed a crime or accused persons, will now have appropriate protection when appearing in court. The Fiji Judicial Department launched a bench book for children yesterday to guide judges and magistrates on how to deal with children in criminal proceedings. Acting Chief Justice Kamal Kumar says judges and magistrates can now create a comfortable environment for children who will be giving evidence in court.
Any court process, in particular criminal cases, obviously we all know, can be quite intimidating, not only the children, to any person, even to adults too. It is therefore imperative that children are given adequate protection to ensure they do not feel intimidated or vulnerable when giving evidence or when they are defending themselves.
Registration numbers of the COVID-19 vaccination aren't quite what the Health Ministry was hoping for. Permanent Secretary for Health, Dr. James Fong, says teams visiting communities are seeing a very poor response. Chief Medical Advisor Dr. Chemesa Tunrabu also confirms there has been a general reluctance from the public despite their efforts.
A group of people went to Savusavu. They spent about half a day in Savusavu trying to do vaccination. They only got 10 people. There have been efforts up at Nosori. They set up every day, almost every day, they set up a booth somewhere in Nosori. Everybody says bad things there.
Some of these teams have also been threatened by those claiming that the AstraZeneca vaccine is satanic. The Health Ministry now has more than 1,000 doctors and more than 3,000 nurses compared to 299 doctors and 1,600 nurses in 2005. While officiating at the opening of CWM Hospital's newly renovated surgical registers room, Health Minister Dr. Firemi Wanganambete said the renovation was timely and will cater for the huge number of health workers at CWM. Dr. Wanganambete says health workers have given up their rest spaces for work purposes, and this shows the passion that drives them to provide the best health services.
One of the first rooms to actually be given up are the spaces that we have for office and for rest for our staff. It shows the commitment that our staff have, in that they're willing to give up their rest spaces for the benefit of our people. But it also shows the expansion that's happened in the Lamino-Sori corridor, and also more importantly, the expansion that's happened within us.
The geographical location of Virro village in Ovalau has made it susceptible to the impacts of sea level rise, which is taking a toll on our low-lying islands. Villager Elder Tukana Tangilala says the agricultural productivity dropped a few years ago as salt water slowly intruded into farmlands situated a few meters from the coastal area. However, Tangilala attended various training sessions where they learned best farming methods to mitigate the impacts of climate change and retain agricultural productivity.
Sea level rise is real. Speaking from experience, horticulture is the best farming method to tackle this issue. Now, I'm planting ndalo, banana, vegetables and sandalwood on the same piece of land. I have also dug proper drainage to filter salt water, and it is effective.
The Fiji Agro-Marketing Authority plans to expand exports in the next few months as more farmers are joining the institution. Chief Executive Alvin Sharma says more than 75% of their sales are to the export markets. The AMA, during its recent visits to farming communities, noticed an increase in agricultural activity.
We have noticed that too in the regions we are going. So we are happy that somehow we are also contributing in improving their livelihoods back there and providing them an opportunity to earn some money.
Hot cross buns are usually in demand during the Easter season. This is because the significance of hot cross buns is linked to Easter and to Christianity. Hot Bread Kitchen General Manager Wainisi Tunganga says the buns are selling better this year because Easter was affected by the lockdown period last year.
Well, I believe last year was our buns was a bit slow and sales was a bit down because of the pandemic. And this year we are a bit picking up from orders from our customers and our officers around, and as we see our sales too, it has improved a lot from last year.
Up ahead, determined Northland ready for Skipper Cup and champs on track in Muslim IDC.
Oira na ngone no ndai nunu ena beisi ni mataka.
Mer susunga da ken loma dina kilo mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabang sangai ka wala lo mataki na ngone. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre o eu Samuel Samuli.
Nama kikirau ena be mataka.
Oni tikina magrombuka.
Ni boy tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji One nandomo ibiti.
Indah-indah na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
Excited over returning to the Skipper Cup after a lapse of 2 years, the Northland rugby side has plans for big things. The Isake Katunimbao coached side is elated to once again have a taste of top provincial rugby. Manager and former captain Banuwe Dretiberata says the team is aware of the intensity of the competition.
We are ready for next Saturday against Naitasir. We know they are champion team. They are the finalists from last year. And even though we came from one World Cup last year, but this is Skipper. We know the atmosphere. We know the expectation of the fans and the players to know what to do come next week.
Defending champions Maingania of the Digicel Muslim Inter-District Championship got off to a perfect start by winning their first game of the tournament last night. Maingania beat Sambeto 1-0 at Prince Charles Park in Nandi. Locked 0-0 after the first half, the defending champs needed to find a spark in order to lay the platform for their campaign. The win was crucial, as in any tournament, the first games are always the hardest.
And it was in our game plan. We stick to our game plan, and the boys did the job. I'd like to thank our management, the coach.
Hoping for a good turnout. It's an Easter weekend, so we would like fans to come and enjoy the matches. We've got some very good players, district and national reps.
Playing in the Premier League is the ultimate goal for 17-year-old Reinald Chant. But Chant knows to reach the big leagues, he will need to start small. So he has opted to play for the Northland Thai-level futsal team. Being the youngest on the team, Reinald Chant says he is grateful to playing in the Digicel Futsal League Southern Zone.
It was always my dream to play with play in Premier League, and I'm fortunate to play for the district, and they always give me opportunity at this age, and I'm so happy. I'm proud of it.
Easterly winds continue to dominate the weather. Most areas in the north and east can expect periods of sunshine mixed with scattered showers for the rest of today and into tomorrow. We should see more clearing on Saturday. That's FBC News now. Join us again at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust. Get the facts from FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and have a safe and happy Easter.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हम सफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।